What's going on YouTube? This is Mason AJ with the Aficionados here at AWA Anime Weekend Atlanta 2016. Now this you can consider this a sequel to our previous interview at last week's Anime Weekend Atlanta with Team 4 Star's very own
KaiserNeko.
So it has been a year of triumph and victory and brutal defeats, but yet once again we stand above all here at AWA. How are you doing today, sir?
You're making my year sound really dramatic, I'm not gonna lie.
But dramatic and like epic narration.
Honestly, right now, I am more tired than I should be because the last couple of days was 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep, 6-ish hours of sleep. So currently right now, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm ready to sign some autographs and... What am I doing?
See, you're all about that con life. That's exactly how it was. We prepped, we got our vehicle ready, and it's looked like, well, we're gonna be filming from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. and then back again at 8 and rinse and repeat, do it all over again. But see, lucky for us, we only do that for 4 times out of a week, and then we at least have 2 days of crash. See, but you guys stay busy. And speaking of busy, you guys have entirely been busy. I mean, last time we spoke about really obviously Team 4 Star, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, but you guys have really evolved the concept. You have Final Fantasy Abridged. You guys have really been hitting hard on that live streaming. I got a friend. I'm not one to watch video games and watch people live streaming, but like at this point, I'm so invested. Like, what are they gonna do now? Like watching I watched the Fallout. I watched the Pokemon.
You hear that, Lanny? You got somebody who doesn't usually watch this kind of stuff watching the streams. You're a success. You're a success in life, Lanny. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, how do you guys ultimately decide on what games? Because like, do you guys like a big group meeting? But like,
I do not usually do any of the gaming stuff. That's mostly Nick. Kieran is also the head. Kieran is basically the head of the gaming channel now. While Nick used to be, he's more of a like, he's just playing the CEO role now, right? I can't really tell you how the gaming side of everything works too much. Besides the fact that we try to do new big games, new hot games, but we also try and make sure that we touch on some stuff that we know that our audience is really going to like, that's outside the realm of just super popular. Because if you just do the popular games over and over, you're never going to appeal to it's your own niche audience that'll grow from that.
Right. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there. And also, shameless act of friend self-promotion with the Pre-Gamers YouTube channel. You guys should check them out. I have been counting when you guys drink. Like I made it my own game because I don't drink, but I'm looking like, how many times do they can they take a single drink before they just pass out? And I think last time I was watching the Demon Souls, I was just like, how do they keep going? Clearly they're just Olympians like at drinking.
Honestly, they take small sips.
Really?
That's the secret to it, is take small sips. Although I have seen Lanny, and this was before they did the small sips, they got trashed. Lanny was trashed. Lanny, that man is a Kodiak bear. Getting him drunk is so damn difficult.
How can I put this? With Dragon Ball Z currently in the Cell Saga and with plans,
# Cell game.
And he's already trending.
I have just recently rewatched Dragon Ball Z Abridged from beginning to end, and now, beginning to current, I should say, beginning to current, and I'm caught up, and I've gotten to the point where the writing is so good, the jokes are so good, even the exaggerations, they feel so organic and natural to the series that I'm having difficulty, like, while I watch Dragon Ball Z Super, I'm always like, wait, hold up, I feel like something is missing from it. And how do you guys even begin the process of writing for the jokes for the characters?
Well, it wasn't something we could necessarily start as easily with as it became. When I say that, I mean, at the very beginning of the series, we were working with cutouts of the originals, and they were poor facsimiles given really just kind of hokey dialogue to try and... I'm really gonna just crap all over here. The first 5 episodes of our show are really lame. They've got a lot of heart going into them, a lot of passion, but you can tell that a lot of the jokes were just like, oh, the character will say this and it'll be funny, and an internet meme in reference to a show we like, and that's kind of, that was unfortunately how we were a lot at the very beginning. We were also like, okay, like let's try and come up with some catchphrases, you know, and that's where the put it on a shirt joke came from. Is that a while back somebody was calling us out like, you just write dialogue to, you know, sell shirts, and I'm like, yeah, sure, that's exactly what we do.
Totally.
No, but in the first season there was a lot of us trying to be funny and not actually being funny. What happened was we made characters. We made, in true, they borrow and they're based on original characters from Akira Toriyama. But what we've done is we've made our own versions of these characters with their own interests, moods, decision-making processes. They are not the same characters as in the original show. Like Vegeta is not the same character as he is in Z. They're similar, but...
Right, but sometimes, I gotta say that sometimes, especially with two of my favorite characters in the whole show, okay, which is Raccoon, okay? Raccoon and the...
It rhymes with Doom.
Yeah, it rhymes with Doom. And then, what was it? I can't say it, the Namekionium or oh man, now I'm gonna be thinking about this all day now.
Namekiomania.
And I was looking like, how did they even think to come up with a wrestling title and a wrestling show and a theme song?
That was not my idea. That was actually Nick and Curtis's, Lanny and Taka. They're the ones who came up with the wrestling idea because personally I don't really watch wrestling.
Boo.
But they...
Okay, I don't watch wrestling.
Making me the heel.
I don't watch wrestling.
Making me the heel. I'm the face here, alright?
Oh!
So, I don't really watch wrestling, although I can fake it. But they are really into it. And so they were thinking, you know, wouldn't it be hilarious if this, like, because we were writing Raccoon as a wrestler. Because, like, we were like, okay, what do you do with somebody who's so flamboyant and over the top? You go the wrestler route. You know, and he was this close to, like, I can't exactly remember who they ended up modeling him after. It was like one or two different wrestlers. But I know he definitely took from The Rock.
Right.
The heel Rock, which is a hilarious idea. Yeah, it was really their idea after the whole evolution of Raccoon as a character.
What about my second favorite is obviously I guess Imperfect Cell with, you know, Mr. Sandman and the jokes and, hey, wanna watch me drink this guy? And then like I have said so many quotes to all my friends at this point. We've gotten to the point where I'll begin a joke and then they'll finish a joke and then we'll just sit there and quiet as they look at me self-loathing like, I'm so mad that you got me saying this now. Right? And I'm like, but it was fun, right? And with your own version of these characters, if I get too excited, I'll go on a rant for 3 days straight. With your own version of these characters, you've introduced Android 13 with his trucker hat. You've introduced new life, and you've made them so interesting. Where before, as I've gone back to watch the original series,
no, the androids in movie 7 are boring as
boring as.
Their designs are really fascinating. Their actual characters are nothing. The dub did its best by giving them some character, but you know they were limited to the lip flaps and the actions on screen. We, on the other hand, unfettered by all of that crap. So we were like, okay, 13 is going to be an interesting character now.
Okay.
So are 14 and 15. 15, by the way, being one of my favorite characters to write for because he's so sassy. I love sassy characters, and he gets to be like.
And you know what? I'm just gonna say this. First of all, as you guys can clearly see, I'm a black man from Brooklyn, New York. Just gonna say this, but I'm gonna say this. They got me wanting to wear a trucker hat, like just so I can walk around, like just so I can walk around. But look at my trucker hat. Like, wait, aren't you from Brooklyn? I'm like so. But with the inevitability of Dragon Ball Z coming to an end, not that I wanted to end. If you guys could write forever, I would be for that. But
it is an inevitability.
Right,
The Boo Saga is the last saga, and we're at the Cell games, which means we're almost done with Cell.
Right.
Which blows my mind. I just kind of blew my mind. So. Well. But yeah, no. Once we start on Boo, that's it.
Right. I'm going to say this. I fully believe and I would fully support if you guys started a live action series or just started your own series that wasn't an abridged series. Could that possibly be something we can look forward to in the next 5 years?
Hold that thought.
Ooh.
Hold that thought. Hold it firmly because we have a lot of plans for a lot of different things. We have a lot of different avenues that we can move down, and currently we're really trying to decide which is going to be the most cost-effective but still fulfilling way of doing that, because we know that the next step we make has got to be a big one. Like Dragon Ball Z Abridged has gotten over 2 257,000 subscribers last time I checked.
Right, and let's be clear. He's not bragging. It's just that when you're really creative, you pay attention to those numbers.
Yeah. No. What the next thing we have to do is going to have to be big and completely original. Otherwise, we're going to fail our potential and we're going to fail our fans.
Right.
So the next thing that we do, trust me, we've got a couple of different things coming down the pipeline, and they are, if they are not original, like some are going to still work with other material. Some are going to be completely original.
Okay, and with the last being said, wait, is that your ringtone?
That is my ringtone.
Wow, and a little bit of fan obsession here. We have the same text ringtone because we're on the same wavelength. Boom,
because we're completely unoriginal like everything.
But the last thing, and this is more from behind the scenes perspective. What advice would you give to someone, not necessarily as an abridged or voice actor artist, but you know what, more so on building the brand? The Team 4 Star brand has become so infamous now.
Look, let me say this, and this is something that I've said to all artists looking to not just break out, and it's not about just being popular. You need to find something that is uniquely yours. Everybody lives their own simple but complicated life. Everyone has a fingerprint. And if you try and wash that away, and if you try and do something like somebody else, it's never going to come through. You're just going to be a poor facsimile of somebody else's work. You have got to be original. You have got to do something that is completely your own. Find what is missing in society. Find what needs to be there, and then fulfill that. And work hard on it, because I can assure you, nobody starts out good. Everyone starts out sucking at what they do. But working on it means that you suck a little less, and sucking a little less is the first step to being good at something.
You know what? And if you guys need to see that actually put in action, go back and watch the very first episodes of The Aficionados. Like, watch us with the camera phone in the corner and
check out the first episode of DBZA. It does not hold up. It is a painful experience for me.
I was trying to help you out. I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus, but okay.
Nah, it is harsh.
Well, you know what? That's all the time we had. Thank you once again for giving us the sequel, part 2. Okay, next year we're gonna have to make this a trifecta. Okay, we're gonna have to come full circle with the trilogy of Team 4 Star, the KaiserNeko Aficionados collaborations. But make sure you guys do what you do. Make sure you like and share this video. Also, like and share and support their Patreon, because they work so hard producing such great work that I laugh, my friends laugh. It's something that wholeheartedly that I would put a good portion of my paycheck behind.
We have an original animation coming out in the next week that is help funded by Patreon, like all of our patrons. Please support the Patreon so we can continue to make these, because it's going to be the next way we break out.
You know what? You heard it from the man himself. I'm Mason AJ. This is
Scott Frericks, or KaiserNeko.
All right then. Tune in next time at AEWA.